Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and happy Friday. I'm having a really good day today, so I'm excited about that. And it's been a trying week and a long week, but everything's really coming together, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully you're in the same position and you had a challenging week, but it's all starting to pay off. Our 8-bit farms protocol ended up, it's got about 107,000 in it, so super excited about that. Took a long time to get that launched, so go check that out. I'll have links in the description below. But we're here today to talk about HunteX and the success of HunteX. HunteX is turning out to be really cool. A lot of people are jumping on board, and unfortunately one of my friends jumped on board and wiped me off the leaderboard last week. So as you can see, this is last week's leaderboard. First place got 500, second place was 200, third place was 100. My buddy Lee got fourth, and I think this was 50, and then it worked its way down. EC's here, Richie, a lot of familiar faces here. But I was firmly in second place, and then Breezy came in with his super leverage and totally smoked me, and that put me down into third place. So it dropped me from getting 200 to 100. So very sad about it, very frustrated, and him and I will not be talking for at least 72 hours. So what's even cooler is this. I'm excited. $100 is way better than nothing. I'm just playing around. Super fun to watch this leaderboard. I'll tell you right now that the protocol would not be as successful as it is right now if it didn't have some sort of leaderboard. People just love this competitive nature, gamifying everything. So it's fun, and it makes you want to get in and mess around. These prizes are cool. Obviously $500 is a nice prize to take home, and if you get 10th place, $5, I mean, that's not bad either. They've made it better. I think they're getting a lot of traction. Again, this is all kind of real world revenue. These guys have just created a Telegram bot so you can trade Bitcoin up and down. What they do is what a broker does. It just shaves fees all the way up and down. So every trade you made, they're like, I'll take a little percentage of that. So they kick back and collect all their funds and gamify it and make it fun for everyone. Totally honest protocol. This is really how it works. So kudos to them for coming up with a good idea, because it's a genius idea, multi-million-dollar idea. I'm sure people are going to try to follow in their footsteps, but these guys are going to have a pretty serious first movers advantage, and I dig it. I've had no problems with it for the most part. So let's jump over to week 8. They made it more better. Now first place gets $700, second place $300, third place $150, goes all the way down. You can now earn money in the top 15 places, and it's even more money. So if you remember, 10th place got $5. Now places 11 through 15 get $10 if they're on the leaderboard, and it just goes up from there. What this does is incentivizes people to trade. The more people trade, the more fees they get, and frankly, that's a pretty good business model. So here's the deal. You want to get in and trade? All you do is click the Telegram links below. It takes you through like a little series of setup questions. It's pretty easy, and then you can trade on the Telegram bot. I'll bring it up here in just a second. We'll try to execute a trade. If the setup's good, I'll use real money. If the setup looks like trash, I don't want to do that because I got to somehow get on this leaderboard. EC's already up at 352, and we just launched 4 hours ago, 3.5 hours ago, something like that. And you got my man Hustle Man Matt on here already too. There's already a good amount of people that are coming in to crush it. So expect fireworks. Based on the way it's looking already, the leverage people are trading, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if I don't even get in the top 15 this week, but it's all good. I am going to make an effort to do that. I do not, however, want to get sucked in and just trade my whole week away. So I'm going to find the happy balance. I suggest you do too. None of this stuff is financial advice. Do your own research. If you don't like plays like this, don't get into them. If you like trading and the gamification of it, this is a perfect one for you. If you want a little more set it and forget it, you can go over to 8-bit. If you don't want to play in crypto, then you don't have to. Every single investment out there in the world, every single one has risk. So you just figure out how much risk you are willing to take on, and know that generally, the higher the risk, the higher the return, but also the higher the risk. So let's bring up the bot, because the risk for me here, the only risk for me here, is if I pick the wrong direction on the trade. All right, hopefully you guys can see this. So this is not the best trade setup, only because we have seen major downward pressure here, and this is really falling off a long way. Let me try to get even more out of it. So it's fallen all the way from the peak up here, 63,465, down further. The trend is going to continue to go down here. Let's just jump. Yeah, it's dropping hard. So eventually this trend is going to reverse, but I don't know exactly when that is going to happen. I can't call it. There's no signs that it's going to come back. We're jumping in a trade right now. We're just going to open a short position and see if we can make a little bit of money. Of course, it's coming way back up on me, but I don't know if that's going to continue. So let's go in. Getting a nice candle. When this happens and it turns into this hammer position here, stack another one on top of that. We'll see. I might get smoked on these trades real quick. Let's see what happens. But see this hammer position, when the wick looks like this and it comes way down and then pushes back to the upside, generally means that there's a bunch of buyers down here in this range. So as it dropped down, it pushed right back up. So buyers were more in control here. It didn't turn to a green candle, but obviously it came out and did this one. This could mean nothing. As you can see, little uptick here, went flat and then dropped down. We could see something really similar here. I don't know whether or not it's going to smoke me on this trade. I wouldn't have jumped in if I wasn't doing a video on this one. I would have waited probably for some sort of reversal. I probably would have not only waited for a reversal, but I would have waited for it to come back up and then cross this center MACD line and then move to the upside. So I probably took this trade at the worst period of time, particularly because I've got a good amount of leverage on it. And because I do, my lines are relatively close to where I'm at right now and not maybe up here. So what did I take them at? 100x leverage. And if you're watching this in real time, what it's doing is ticking down as sellers are trying to sell and then buyers are coming in. So there's probably an 80% chance this is going to pop right here and I'm going to lose at least this bottom trade, if not the top one. See, my wicks are just getting real close. I need the sellers to come in and take control and push this down. It's dangerously close to where my line is. Like I said, at least an 80% chance that it pops up and at least ticks this one. Right after that, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if it takes a nice little dip down. So we'll see how bad this is going to end up being. I'm not seeing the selling pressure here. I think I'm getting wiped out. I might get wiped out on both in a second. So these may just swing to the opposite side. See that buying power? Boom. Closed out that trade, lost that 50. This one's a little bit more iffy because right now I'm making it look a little aggressive by having everything slid together. But you saw that kind of recently in that motion as well. You could see something similar here. All right, sort of like I suspected, this came up, hit right where my other line was, and then immediately rejected and pushed its way back down. So, of course, that one was just taken at the wrong time. I took it kind of in the middle of this candle, which was a stupid idea anyway. This one's now coming down, so this could very easily, because you're seeing all the selling pressure here, the wick's not whipping back up at all. There's not a lot of buyers right here. It's just basically what it's saying. So this one could jump to another candle that's red and we could see a dump down in this range. There was a bunch of buyers down here, so we could see a really similar thing. If this trade goes green, though, I would close it, maybe not mess with it. But as expected, I'm now in the green. A little bit of buying coming in, so we'll see what happens here, but I actually expect this trend to come down a little bit. So I'll try to make some of that money back. I won't make you guys sit and watch the entire trade with me right now, but what I expect to happen is a little bit more dumping. I'm interested to see what happens in this range, but yeah, there we go. See, we're already in pretty decent profit. Hopefully I can capture more of that back because I lost that 50 real quick. Again, just as you guys saw, I took the trade at the wrong time. It came back up, basically came directly into my line where I had my line right here, my liquidate position line, if you will. As soon as it liquidated me, it helped me push short, and then we're seeing this push down, and there's a big pool of buyers down here. So anyway, fun little trade to do live on camera. Lost a little bit of money, but I will do the setups better. I should have done that in demo mode, but that's how it goes. I did recently give away some money on the channel. I gave away $100 for people to trade. YouTube hid one of my comments for some reason, so there's another person who got their wallet address in time but didn't get funds, so I sent him another 25 as well. So I gave away $125 for people to go in and trade and have a little bit of fun with HunteX. But there's my update. Of course, I'll be doing some continued ones on this as long as I'm having fun with it, especially if I can get on the leaderboard. So cool protocol, links in the description below. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks you guys for joining. Don't forget to check out 8-Bit if you get a chance, and happy investing.